Let's talk about everything that happens to a sound from the moment it's made to the moment it hits your ears. When I clap or speak, it causes the air molecules to compress, which then bump into the molecules around them and decompress. This pattern of compression and decompression creates what we know as sound waves. When these sound waves enter a microphone, they cause a membrane inside the microphone to vibrate. The method varies depending on the type of microphone, but this vibration is converted into an electrical current. The current then travels through a cable into the recording device, where it goes through a preamp. The preamp takes the weak electrical signal from the microphone and boosts or amplifies it. This is where you set your gain or trim. Choosing the proper values here is important for the next step, the analog to digital converter, or ADC. The ADC samples your amplified mic signal and assigns an amplitude to the signal at regular intervals, converting it to the digital space for recording. This process inherently introduces noise to the signal, since the ADC is essentially forcing a continuous signal into a segmented one, which throws away some information. This is where setting your gain properly is important. By having a high enough gain, you're making full use of the resolution of the ADC, reducing its noise. But the ADC can only convert signal up to a certain strength. So, if your gain is too high, the signal will clip and sound distorted, which is for the most part unfixable. Once the analog mic signal has been converted to a digital one, it may pass through a fader if you're using a multi-track mixer. This functions similarly to the preamp, but only acts on the digital signal in the mix. As a result, it doesn't change the individual track and is only useful if you're recording multiple mics and want to change how they're mixed together. Once the signal has gone through all the circuitry in the recording device, it finally gets recorded to a digital medium. This might be an SD card, an SSD, or even a mechanical hard drive. Being a digital recording, it can be copied, edited, and distributed without loss as many times as you like. After the digital recording of the sound is edited and exported, it can be played back. The process of playing back a sound is very similar to the recording process, but in reverse. The playback device, such as a computer or a phone, outputs a digital signal which then goes through a digital to analog converter, or DAC. The analog signal from the DAC is sent through a cable, such as a speaker cable to a speaker, which may have its own volume control to amplify the signal. This electrical signal is then used to vibrate a membrane to compress and decompress the air around it. This wave then travels until it reaches your ear, where you perceive it as sound. I hope this has helped you understand all the parts of the recording chain for sound. There are variations on this chain, but these basic steps are the most common way to record sound. I'm John Martinez, and this has been Learn Together Filmmaking.